This is the brand new Nissan Ariya in Boulder Gray Pearl. And the top is in a pearl, or as Nissan says it, it's in diamond peril. That reminds me of the time I did a presentation on Albania in college, and I put the title of the presentation, I misspelled Albania, I said Alabnia. And the teacher became so distracted by it that he didn't even get to time me, so I got full points for that. But anyways, gorgeous looking car. Well, not gorgeous on the outside, but a good looking car. They didn't try to do anything too special. Basically, it looks like a Nissan because it is a Nissan. And in the front here, you may be wondering, does it have storage space? And the main question we have today is this junk? Is it junk or is it not junk? And I'm gonna answer that for you and show you a bunch of features of the car. All right, so let's pop the hood like Hector said. Hector also said I got a last name, but I can't pronounce it. Okay. So you notice no frunk, but Nissan says they did this on purpose because they wanted to give you more passenger space. So did they do that? The answer is yes. This thing has more room than my Model Y in the rear. It's either more or just as much. There's a lot of space back here. Additionally, if we head to the trunk, you can put 2 sets of golf clubs back here sideways. So you're able to load your golf clubs in like this, which for golfers, when golfers hear that, they're sold, trust me. We got our charger back here, a little bit of area for an under compartment here, so that's all good. I think this is a bag for your charger. I was hoping it said Nissan on it, but it doesn't. We got another storage area here, which is connected to this storage area. Does this come up? Okay, this is not supposed to come up, so that stays still. Tire inflator kit, vodka, and that way if you get pulled over, you can just have a drink. Yeah, so the storage in the Ariya, Nissan, I like, when manufacturers say, oh, we did it because of this, I believe Nissan that they put the AC unit and everything up front to legitimately give you more space on the interior. Sometimes marketing departments get a hold of things and like, well, let's just say we did it because of this. I believe that they did that for a reason. You can just close the trunk here, or if you hit this button here, it'll close the trunk and then lock the car, so we're just gonna close it up. This is also the Evolve Plus. E-Force is there, all-wheel drive. This car has many different levels to it. I recommend you just go on Nissan's website and check them out. It starts at around $43,000, which is a very good value, and then moves all the way up to around $60,000. This specific model is about $54,000. We're right in line with the Model Y Performance. It gets similar range. We're at like 303 miles of range. Model Y long range is a little bit better of a value, but some people don't like that Teslas have no buttons and things like that. So let's look at the buttons that this has. They are all built in here to this nice panel piece of wood. You can see we have Apple CarPlay up, which is great. A lot of people like that. This display, high definition with touchscreen. So if we hit home here, take a look at the native navigation and everything like that, some music. But really, we're just gonna be going to Apple CarPlay. Excuse the language of the song there. Mr. A$AP Rocky isn't known to have the best mouth. Onto the center console here. You've probably seen this. The center console actually moves back and forth, so that's interesting. To engage the shifter, we're gonna grab this, pull it back, puts it in gear, and then go like this to put it in reverse, and then you hit this to put it in park. Now you'll also notice we have this lighting down here. You have that, and then you have that. So the ambient lighting, that's all inspired by Japanese lanterns. So I found that to be interesting. It is a cool feature. It's not gimmicky. I find it useful at night. It adds character to the car. The interesting thing about EVs is if you drive a BMW, it has an engine familiarity to it that's different than Mercedes or Audi or whatever. If you drive EVs, they all drive somewhat the same, but they differentiate in features like this. So the Nissan has this secret compartment that comes out, as well as having, where's the button? A glove box. So we got glove boxes on here. And your friends say, oh, I have a Tesla. And you say, yeah, but I have 2 glove boxes, okay? So go back to your supercharger and your cult meetings. I'll be here with my, what the hell was that? Jesus. It's a bird on the roof. I thought there was a bird in the car. Okay. All right, back to the review. See, that's what happened. I start talking negatively about Tesla. Elon sends in a spy bird. Unbelievable. All right, so we're going to close this. This is Attack of the Birds here. So we close that up. So we have Apple CarPlay. We have the displays here. You want to change the displays. You click this button right here. I'm closing this door. You click this button right here, okay? Of course, it does nothing. What's going on back here? It says rear safety belts. Yeah, no one's back there, Nissan. What's going on? We're in park. All right, so if you want to change the view that you're looking at here, you simply hit this button, change meter view. Boom, we've got a new view. And now, to change, you can see those two dots over there. To scroll up, now we have a map view. So we've got different options here as to things to skip through. You can kind of put whatever you want up here. There's some really good features here. Personally, I think, hit this button, change meter view, and going to this is kind of my favorite screen to look at, and then you can change whatever's in the center there. So that's my personal favorite. Normal buttons over here, again, we have the lantern, Japanese lantern lighting. They're calling this like a movable coffee table. This car, a lot of the interior features of this car, they wanted to make it feel like a home. So with some of the things that they use, personally, I think it just feels like an SUV or a crossover. But this is a movable coffee table. You cannot find this at Ashley Furniture, only available in Nissan showrooms. So it moves all the way back, and I guess what they're trying to get at is the rear passengers could get some use out of it. Maybe you're gonna have your lunch break in the back seat, you move your front seats up, here's your coffee table right in your Nissan. Now, before we go on a drive and do a 0 to 60 test, I wanna show you this mirror. So right now, just a mirror. Flip this, turns into a monitor, which is powered by the camera right there. So this is a display. It's very interesting. I thought these buttons were the garage door opener. It's actually for when you press menu, and now you have these tabs to be able to move around and go through the menus on here. It does have a garage door opener, boom, 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 built in. I really like that. This is clean. It also has a sunroof and a fully electric motor that powers this part of it and then opens up. Now the birds are going to attack. It's Attack of the Birds, folks. So this one right here moves just that motor. So you have the fully panoramic roof, which is beautiful. I love the fact that you're able to cover it up and open it all with the touch of these buttons. Let's get that closed up before Elon sends in another bird. That would be bad. So yeah, this is an interesting feature. It's kind of zoomed in on people's faces behind you, which is kind of funny. You're sitting in traffic and you're like, huh, looks like they haven't shaved in a day. It's really on it. It's very tight. Let's go on a drive and talk about that experience, what I like, don't like, and then what I like, what I don't like, and then we'll answer the question is it junk? Driving the Nissan Ariya, really nice. This is nicer than any Nissan currently for sale. And the main reason for that is steering is very good. It's very responsive. It's what it needs to be. It feels luxurious. And also, because of the electric motor, 389 horsepower is a lot. The power is delivered immediately because the car is electric. It reminds me of the first time I drove an electric car and I went, oh, this is like the most relaxing driving experience I've ever had. It levels up Nissan in a way because you now have something that has the refinement almost of like a Mercedes in the steering is what I'm talking about. It's not outrageously priced. It has features that Teslas do not have that may push people away from Tesla. And so that's good as well. And I also like that Nissan, like this display is gorgeous. It almost has like a little wave effect to it, has Apple CarPlay, has a configurable display right in front of you. So it's just done really nicely. And then on top of that, it's also quick. Let's do a 0 to 60 test to show you how quick this thing is. So 0 to 60 came in 5.24 seconds, and that's for normal mode. So let's put it in sport and see what we can do. So 0 to 60 in sport mode, I'm still getting 5.2 seconds. So whether you're in sport or normal, it seems to be the same. It does feel different though. Sport feels quicker, so maybe maybe the battery's overheated or it's not the right conditions. Sport feels quicker for sure. There's different drive modes. So now that we've done that, the seats, leather up here with suede Alcantara in the middle, which I love. They are heated, they are not cooled. The rear seats are also heated. We already talked about the panoramic roof. It really opens up the interior of this thing. Steering wheel is nicely done, has a flat bottom with this little ring at the bottom to kind of give you some feel as to where the wheel is, where is center. So that's all nice. Really my only complaint with the driving experience of this car is like at low speeds, the braking, the travel of the brake pedal, first bit of it. So this is interesting. When I hit the brake, let's show you a difference, show you what I'm talking about. Look at this screen here. So I'm just gliding. When I hit the brake, now I'm hitting the brake, it's just adding like more regen. So that tells me that the car is not braking, but using regen to slow it down. And I think because of that, it gives it a really spongy feel, whereas I wish it was just on the brake and the regen was a lot more aggressive. Now you can hit E-step, and now, okay, so now it does it. E-step makes it fully regen. And I don't know that, let's just stop here. See, here's the problem. I thought E-step was single pedal driving, but it's not. The car still creeps. It doesn't come to a complete stop. And I wish E-step, I just wish that was single pedal driving. Single pedal driving is awesome in electric vehicles. This has the right amount of power. Like, I think what some companies miss with EVs is you have to give people who drive gas cars a reason to want to go, and there's a carbon fiber edition Supra that is gorgeous and rare. We're just gonna keep doing that. You have to give people a reason to want to jump from their gas car, which is very convenient, fill up at the gas station, you're done in 5 minutes. Even though an EV, in my opinion, is more convenient because you charge at home and you never have to go to a gas station, people forget about that. It's not all about road trips. So this is quick and it's fun to just rip around and do errands in, and there's no Nissan SUV that's offered that is this quick and just clean and fun to drive. Like it's just the acceleration and power that it has will be very different than any Nissan Rogue or anything that you've ever driven. I mean, you get on it, I mean, it rips and it's no drama, totally silent, all-wheel drive. The suspension's well done, it's quiet in the cabin, you can listen to your podcasts and everything. It's a well-done machine, so it's not junk. It's not junk. Despite those commercials running every 34 seconds, when they just hammer it down your throat, it makes you wonder. So that's why I asked myself, is this junk? Do they have to advertise it so much because it's junk? And the answer is no. It's well done. This elevates Nissan, in my opinion. The two cars I like from Nissan are the Z and the GTR. And now this, got a ton of space, rides well, it's quick, it's a job well done. Now we need to talk about charging as well. So I charged this from 10 to 80%, and that took about 33 minutes, just a little over 33 minutes. The max charging speed is only 130 kilowatts. In comparison, the Model Y is 250 kilowatts, so almost double the charging speed. You can see how that can become a problem, whereas like the Genesis that I drove, the GV70 electric, that did it, what was it, 10 to 80% in 16 minutes or something like that. So that's significantly quicker. So on a road trip, this may not be best. In fact, it isn't best. It's not best. A Model Y would be best for that because of the charging network and the charging speed. But for around town, if you don't plan on taking this on road trips or this is a second or third car, you're gonna love this. You're gonna fall in love with it, the simplicity of it. I wish it didn't have a start button. I like when EVs you get in and they're good to go. Minor complaint, something you'll get used to, you just hit the button and it's good to go. And maybe that gives you the security that, okay, the car is on or the car is off. Now, I hope this review was helpful, but something that may be more helpful is this compared to a Tesla Model Y, which you can watch right here. That'll be a good video to give you a direct comparison, show you the differences between the two, and help you with your buying decisions.